Welcome to Tzu High School News. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Melody.
The week before last week, there was a Chinese poetry contest. Every student worked hard to prepare their poetry.
It shows the tradition and art in our language. Let's see how they did.
Hi, I'm Liu Yue. I'm Julie Wu. The Chinese poetry recital has been held for many years. Every 11th grade student has to perform a poem that want to express.
This year, they even created poems by themselves. They show us the pressure of their lives, their dreams, and their opinions. Let's take a look how they prepare for the competition.
How did you prepare for the Chinese poetry competition?
At first, we separate into groups, like we have the tone group that is working on the tone, like how the tone goes up or down, and we also have the formation group that is working on the formation. And we collect people's opinion, and every group working together, and finally we made it.
And why did you want to create the poem by yourself?
This poem is mainly about our daily life, and everyone in our class, we wrote a sentence in this poem. So we want to show the real personality of our class.
During the competition, were there any accident or problem?
I don't think that we have any big problem, but the only problem I think is that we can use time more efficiently.
So how did you feel when you got the first prize?
When they said that we got the first prize, we just shouted and screaming. So I think that we were all excited. I think word cannot express how excited we are, but we're really, really excited.
What do you want to say to your class?
I think that our class is very unique, so I just want to say that thanks for being part of my senior life, and I love y'all.
Thanks for the report. I'm Paul.
I'm Danny.
Back to you in the studio, Jeffrey and Melody.
After the civil war in Syria, there were a lot of refugees moving from Syria to Turkey, and the Syrian children don't have a school.
Our Tzu volunteer, Mr. Hu, is asking the government to build a school for the Syrian children. Let's see what he had to say.
So many refugees, how can you help?
So first we focus on the area. The area name is Sultan Ghazi. In this area, almost 35,000 refugees there. So we focus on this area, and the government support us also in there.
But how do you think of let them go, bring them to school to have education there? That's this idea. And how do you thought of ask the school to let you have some time for the refugees? Because there are so many refugees there,
Yes.
so the school cannot let so many people go into school and study at the same time.
Yeah.
So I heard that you asked the school to let the refugees study after the people there study at the normal time.
Yeah.
And how do you come up with this idea and talk with them?
In this area, some school, they are the building. In the morning time is for Turkish students, and the afternoon they are empty. I mean, they don't have any lessons. So the education department, they says we can provide this kind of building to you. So we use that kind of building for helping the refugees.
So the part of the school, they are quite friendly to refugees.
In fact, they're not. Not easy, because the Syrian people stay in there, affect with Turkish people. What this means, for example, yeah.
Because of knowledge, they can
now it needs to double, it needs double. The situation, the life is more difficult.
So it doesn't like any Syrian state here. But of course, education is most important. If 9 years old student, they cannot write even their name. So after 2 years, will be disaster for the
But
social.
how can you convince the school to let them study there? Because of the government or?
No, first, of course, government support us to do that. People not supporting. So government
The
support.
people was already there or a refugee?
People from Turkish,
From Turkey.
Turkish family, they don't support.
Okay.
But now seems like it's okay because politics they supporting the Syrian people there.
And all the refugees want to study. They know education is very important.
In fact, not all of them. Even they wish to study, but they cannot because sometimes from 6 years old to 14 years old, they have to work.
Work.
Yeah, they work for 13 hours, 12 hours. So they have to do something for family. So even we give them free of charge in their study, the chance, but they cannot study.
So there are still some people they refuse to go into the school because they must earn money for their family.
That's right. That's right. This is unfortunate.
Do you have any thoughts about like how to help people who cannot go study and must work?
Now, in 3,000 students in our school, we have almost 270 or 300 students. They were working, but we are helping their family. We are give the cash to them.
Oh.
I mean, 270 students like this case.
And did CG help also help like join one party in this whole?
Yes. We are helping them.
Okay. And there's the news that CG might build a spring school just next to the old one.
Yeah. It's government will give us the 5,600 meters square place, and we have planned to do that. I mean, wish all the Syrian students they can have good future in very soon.
Yes. Okay. And one more question. How do you feel like after you help so many refugees and like let them go into school and study and let them have a better life? How do you feel about this?
I feel I'm honored became Suji people because this help is not just from us. We are only 3 people Suji member in the Turkey, but I know our background. We have all the Suji in the worldwide. They are supporting us to do that. So I'm honored to be Suji member in Turkey, and everybody know this Suji in their heart. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. 谢谢。Okay, 谢谢啊。
Defending our country is one of the most important parts to ensure our people's safety.
During the National Defense Training, the 11th graders took real guns and prepared to be part of our country's security.
And now let's see how they feel about this training.
The government wants to let the citizens have basic defense training, so they let all the students from 11th grade on October to experience shooting real guns. The students were all very hardworking and looked happy to have the chance to experience this special activity. Let's listen to what the students say about the activity.
Hello Ray, my name is Daniel. I have 5 questions to ask you. Is this your first time to shoot a real gun?
Yes, because I think it's very difficult to have a gun in Taiwan, so this is my first time to shoot at a real gun.
Next question is, how was it? Is it difficult?
I think it was very difficult before, but in this experience, I wonder that it's quite easy to use the gun.
Next question is, do you think this is helpful for our country?
I don't think so, because the army is become more, they become to use the machine, not the humans. So I think we should learn more about something else to help the things to help my country.
Next is, do you think that this kind of trying must happen from often?
I think people should try it just once, because first time when we try we will be very focused on this experience, but if you try twice or second, people will think it's a game, so maybe you will play when he's shooting. It's very dangerous to do that.
The last question is, do you want to do it again?
I think just once, because it's not very useful to my life.
Congratulations to Josh Chen for getting third place in the National English Speech Contest. He worked hard to practice the speech.
He also broke the record in our school. Let's see the interview and what he thinks about this English speech contest.
Hi everyone, I'm Claire Wei. Today I'm going to bring a startling news to everyone. A student from our school in S31 was the third among the winners of the English speech contest, and this broke the school record in our school. Let us find out how can he became so good at it and how did he train himself.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Claire. I'm so excited I can't wait to interview you. We have a few questions for you today.
Okay.
What does this English speech contest mean most to you?
I learned one important thing is when you are afraid, just think of those who believe that you can, and then you will have the courage to move on.
How did you train yourself for this English speech contest?
I believe that if you want to achieve something extraordinary, then you have to sacrifice something. So I used my extra time to practice my pronunciation and some speech gestures. And I always told myself, keep going, don't be afraid of speaking.
Can you please introduce the title of your speech for us and how did you make it to the top?
My title was, when do you know if you're mature enough to make important decisions? So I have to talk about when did I become mature and what important decision I made. And my teacher helped me a lot with it, and they also spent a lot of time on me to practice. And all the efforts had made this topic in my speech to the top.
Thanks for talking to us and hope you have a wonderful day. As an old saying goes, there is no such thing as to reap without sowing. Josh spent a lot of time working really hard, and there is no wonder that he was third. Also, his teacher, Jen Liao, took an important role. Let us interview the teacher of what she thinks about this English speech contest.
Hello, I'm Joy Shen. Nice to meet you, Teacher Liao.
Hi.
Because you are the teacher who trained the student that was the third among the winners of the National English Speech Contest, we have a few questions for you. How did you train Josh? Do you have some special skills to work on it?
Well, I don't think we have any special skills. Actually, we just try to practice just as what a speaker should practice. Okay, we have practiced his pronunciation, his tones, his gesture, and I think practice makes perfect. Okay, so the most important thing is make every effort to practice, to prepare before the speech. But actually we made some strategies, because the impromptu speech is quite difficult because you don't know what picture you will have. You will have to tell to the audience. So we have some strategies about the impromptu speech. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the best record that Josh had got?
I think to Josh and to me, it is really a great honor. But the most important of all, it proves that students in Siji Senior High School can also make it. Although we are not the best school we are not the best school in Taiwan, but our student can still make it, can still do the best. So be confident in our school.
Thank you, Teacher Lea. So I'm sure this will be helpful for us in the future.
Okay, thank you.
As we have seen, Josh not only working really hard, but also having a great teacher teaching him. To have a good presentation is not only to have a good content. How to make your content simple and clear also takes an important role. All in all, let us end up this interview by appreciating the speech that Josh gave to people.
Good morning. How we make and handle decisions shapes the people we become. 4 years ago, I decided to do an exchange program in Germany. However, I couldn't fit in with my class and my host family. My poor German, my host family's rules, and my classmates' racist jokes all imposed great stress on me. I felt so frustrated and isolated. What's worse, my teacher insisted that I transfer to the beginner class, which made me feel ashamed. As a result, I started to skip classes, hang around on the street, and stay out late in the park. One night, when I went home late again, my host father was waiting for me. Of course you can make your own decisions, but not every decision is beneficial. Have you even thought of the consequences? Maybe it's time for you to make another decision. If you want to stay, make some changes. If not, just go. Though astonished, I recalled what my father had told me before I left Taiwan. Be mature and take on responsibilities. This time, instead of flight, I chose to fight. So I apologized to my host father and promised to be more mature. He then told me that maturity lies in how you react to difficult situations and how responsible you are. If I hadn't made a mature decision that night, I wouldn't have gained so much in Germany. During that year, I learned that big decisions should never be taken lightly, and I should always consider the consequences thereafter. Thank you.
Now it's time for our sport news.
This month, our kindergarten students are having a sports day. There are lots of sport events and all the students are very excited.
Thanks, anchors. Siji Sport Day is one of the important days that all Siji students look forward to. It is a bustling activity combines Shiji's kindergarten to senior high school students. There are lots of different sport events, some fun games, and also energetic gymnastics. On this day, not only students but also teachers and parents can join us to enjoy the happiness of doing sports. Now, let's interview a kindergarten teacher.
Hello, Teacher Sophia.
Hello, Jane.
How long have the kids prepared for the sports day?
We spent almost 2 months. At September, our leader requested Zhenjia director to teach our teachers first. Then we teach at classroom, teach our students. So we prepare the performance. Thank you.
What activities are the kids going to have?
We have 3 activities. First, we have martial arts for Ziji song, an open and pure heart. Second, we have parent-child games. First is water games, make which with water pies, and the second is push tires. And third, our children have running for 60 meters.
Can you say something to all the hardworking kids?
Okay. Actually,
this activity for martial arts performance is very difficult to our children, but we feel very proud for them because they learned very hard. So we want to say nothing is impossible. With courage, performance, and confidence, we are very, very proud for our children.
Thank you, Teacher Sophia.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dream.
As we just saw, kindergarten kids work so hard to prepare for the sports day. They are not only cute but also lively. For high school students like us, we should be more positive and never forget the original intention.
Last week, some of our teachers ran the marathon at Taroko. There were lots of people finishing the run together.
Let's see how they think about the run.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. This activity was held on November 5th. Some teachers in Tsuji High School went to run for many kilometers, and its teacher how to do these amazing things. Let's see how it was.
What was your time in this half marathon?
This year I ran the half marathon in 2 hours and 6 seconds.
And what preparation did you do before your activity?
For about 3 months before the half marathon, I started running about 3 times a week. I would do 2 short runs, about 5 to 7 kilometers, and then 1 really long run, about 10 or 15 kilometers every week. So I would run about 20 kilometers a week.
Why do you want to try this activity?
I've been running for about 10 years, and running marathons gives me a reason to keep running. Without having the marathon, I find that I don't know why I'm running. So having something to work towards really helps.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In October, the softball competition was begun. It divided into 2 sections. Let's see how the first section works.
Why do you want to join the competition?
Because our class don't have enough boys. Everyone need to go on.
How often do you practice?
Actually, we don't have enough time, so we just practice at PE class.
Can you share some skills for hitting the home run?
Just hit and run.
This is all the news for today.
Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.